welcome back to another ChabDog Sports Talk Show. Sunday morning, every Sunday morning from our studios here at Hermosa Beach, California. The ChabDog Sports Talk Show. We're going to talk a little sports, lots of movie clips, show clips, a lot of funny stuff, and with our guests and with our host, Brandon Chabner.
I'm pleased as punch to be here, just like Hubert Triple H Humphrey, and got a lot of clips for you today.
Hold the phone. Now, most people aren't going to know who Hubert Triple H Humphrey is.
He's the original Triple H.
Yeah. So
And,
first of all, who is he, and why
who
is he important?
Did anybody take history in high school? Did you learn your history?
Bueller.
He ran for president in 1968.
Bueller.
After being vice president for under Lyndon Johnson, since I think right after, obviously when Kennedy was shot, Johnson took over.
Yes, he became vice president under Johnson in the aftermath of the Kennedy assassination.
He promoted Hubert H. Humphrey to VP, and then Humphrey successfully accompanied LBJ as his running mate in 1964 when they overcame Barry Goldwater in a blowout election. And then he was unsuccessful in 1968. One of the prime examples of how a ticket can be derailed by a third party, because the Democratic Party, a lot of that vote got siphoned off by the George Wallace ticket. And
yes, George Wallace, the Dixiecrat, if I'm not mistaken,
the Southern Democrat,
Democrat running on a segregationist ticket, which is Democrats. Hey, hello, like your party, the Democratic Party, like we're for slavery. We want to stuff the blacks back in their box in the corner.
Let's get our history straight here, because
these white men.
The Republicans were the ones that enforced the Brown versus Board of Education decision, and Eisenhower was really
the ones who pushed for the abolishment of slavery.
But it got a little, the Democrats can definitely point to what LBJ did when he came in for the Voting Rights Act and various other things. So it just wasn't the stereotypes didn't really apply back then the way people think they did. And then Hubert Humphrey went on to get roasted at the Dean Martin roast. We have that clip.
Yes, so we have some little. We won't bore you with too much Hubert Humphrey because he really is pretty boring.
No, but
so he gets roasted. It's funny.
He had a
Nipsey
way of
roasted
pontificating.
That's great.
And he was a pharmacist. He had an interesting job before he became.
No, wasn't he the son of a pharmacist?
No, he was an actual pharmacist.
He's a pharmacist. Okay.
Don't you remember the Dean's joke about how he didn't like to sell Tums to people because Tums spelled backwards was smut?
Yeah. He's such a goody-goody.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Minnesota, back when all Minnesota was just full of white Norwegian people.
Minnesota,
like Mary Tyler Moore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this is the Office Full of Killer Bees show, and we've got we hopefully will have some Killer Bees sports-related stuff on with the Miami Dolphins defense and the Pittsburgh Steelers offense.
You going to plug the law firm, please?
So this is brought to you by Chabner Law, serving Southern California's business and transactional legal needs, as well as estate planning. You can find out more at chabnerlaw.com.
Right there.
And also by ChabDog Sports Blog for your ahead of your sports headlines and biting sports commentary. ChabDog.com, where you can see all of our shows. And hopefully get that Twitter feed working, as well as the Facebook feed. And
the ChabDog Sports.
Got the standings for the MLB there. We're going to do a little
we'll
buy, sell, or hold maybe later in the show.
We can squeeze it in. I think we got Abe Miranda here as well.
We got Abe Miranda looking good in his Mets pinstripes. I don't know if
let's get a mic check, Abe. Check, mic check.
You there,
1
Abe?
2 1 2. Oh, your lips are moving, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah. This could be one of those technically challenged shows.
You think we're going to have one of those? Here, let's
hope
see what's
not.
going on here. Is it our end or is it his end? Let's see. I think
while we're waiting,
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's
can
his
you hear
end.
me now?
Yeah, now we. Yeah, yes.
All right.
Okay.
Looking good,
so that problem solved on my end.
Fantastic.
All right. Maybe you can back up a little from the camera so we can see what your jersey says. Is that Mets?
Get close to the camera.
That's
so
definitely Mets.
Oh, Mets.
Yeah.
But dude, they just lost last night to the Dodgers.
Did you like the game last night? Did you see that fiasco at the end?
Yes, I saw that wonderful, gorgeous fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a mess. It's all a mess.
Yeah, they could have used David Wright at third base, I think, on that pop-up. What the hell happened?
I know.
He just completely lost that pop-up.
Ooh, Aaron York is in the house.
Oh,
Well, speaking of Mets, there's Mr. Met himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the agony of
Aaron,
the
what do you think of last night's game?
That was an
Wasn't that great?
atrocity.
Yeah, biggest disaster. I think it was the biggest disaster of the season, even though they let off the second half with getting one hit and not getting a hit. Not getting a hit for the last 9 innings, basically, because they let off the game with a hit. That was Friday night. And then Saturday, they have this game where it looks like they're in it. They have Senga pitching well. They get a home run from Nimmo. It looks like they have a chance to grind it out. And then you have the Brett Beatty play happens. Although before that, it was pretty bad because Pete Alonso threw away a chance to end the 8th inning, and that let the Dodgers score a run. The only silver lining about this Brett Beatty play, where this pop-up that takes
Brett
this
Beatty.
comically large turn, and he ends up dropping it and smiling, and it hits him in the face. So the only good thing about that was that the Mets were already losing.
Yeah.
They probably just flail away in the 9th anyway. It probably didn't affect the outcome of the game. But
Just made it look worse.
yeah, as far as ticks go, that takes the cake. Everyone put it on Twitter. Everyone says this is the Mets season in a nutshell. It was just perfectly positioned to be a symbol of this Mets disaster. They are the worst team to ever come off a 100-win season. Of anyone to win 100 games the next season, the Mets have the worst winning percentage right now of all time. So
Metsian.
yeah, and then on top of
the
that, I
agony
talked
of
about
the
on my
field.
social media, no one's talking about Lindor running through second base when he could have broken up a double play by
Except
sliding
you.
into second base. Instead, he jogs through the base, and everyone's like, oh, Lindor, he's saying all the right things in the media. He's saying that he's accountable, and he's saying that we need to play better. And then he goes out in the field, and he doesn't even want to slide in hard to try to break up a double play. It's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lost season.
So you put that on the coaches. Are they not doing enough pregame, work to? They don't look sharp.
Coaches are the coaches. It's baseball. It's hard to blame it on the coach. The manager just writes the lineup card, and then he makes a couple of bullpen decisions, but the team's not hitting, so you blame the hitting coach. And Eric Chavez was in charge last year. They hit plenty, so I don't know. I think they need a whole new staff in there. It starts with the general manager. I don't like Billy Epler. I think he did a horrible job at the trade deadline last year. And then year before that, they had Sandy Alderson as like a lame duck, and he just came back as like a favor. He'd coming into the 2020 season, he had
fucking Alderson.
There was the 2021 season. Whatever season they traded for Javier Baez and Sandy Alderson came back, and he had just recovered from cancer, and he probably should have retired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, they brought in Billy Epler, and he had a horrible trade deadline last season, and he's just signing these guys. But it's the problem is a long-term project to rebuild a farm system, and that's what they need to do because they need young talent. Because signing these old guys, free agent deals, is not helping them beat the Braves. Because the Braves have all the young talent.
Mm-hmm.
Pure energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to take forever. Like, what can they do now? They got to win now. They got Steve Cohen's checkbook now.
They can't.
So,
They already
farm
signed
system
all these
bullcrap.
free agents to try to win now. They spent so much money in the offseason. It didn't work.
Nope.
So
Going
now they
backwards.
can try to speed up the rebuild process by trading some guys away, but they have too many guys locked down on long-term deals that aren't going to be
At least
desirable.
they got max headroom.
So you trade like a Tommy Pham and a David Robertson, and you try to get some prospects back, and they have this catcher who looks like a stud, so that's nice. But their other big prospects, Brett Beatty, looks awful,
Yeah,
so
he's
that's a
definitely
problem. That's going to slow everything down.
Brett Beatty.
What else is there to do? These great players, except for Ohtani, the great players don't hit free agency anymore because the Braves and other teams sign them to these team-friendly deals early in their young stardom. So, and then the Mets aren't going to get Ohtani because the Mets are a losing team. Ohtani's going to be like, this is just an East Coast version of the Angels. They have all these great players and can't win.
Oh, yeah.
So Ohtani, I think Ohtani wants to stay on the West Coast. So he's going to do Seattle or Los Angeles because those franchises are set up well and he can win there.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mets are going to be stuck with a free agent class that is not going to be able to put them over the top in 1 year, they have to trade for some young talents or drafting young talent and build it up the old-fashioned way.
So, Aaron, would it blow your mind if you found out that Ohtani went to Milwaukee?
Yeah, that would be pretty wild. That would be very surprising.
Hey, Miranda, would that blow your mind?
Talked about as a destination, but that'd be fun.
Wouldn't it be fun?
That team's got a lot of pitching. They could use some offense. They would really need a guy like him to carry their offense.
You're just coming up with that as a wild hypothesis of something.
I'm being Nostradamus. I'm making a Nostradamic prediction there. He's feeling something weird. So he's not going to go to the Mets, but he's not going to go stay on the West Coast. He's not. Yeah, Seattle would be a natural spot. He's not going to go there. He's going to go to some really small market.
And why not Pittsburgh?
Yeah, sure, why not? Because Pittsburgh won't.
Yeah, why not? I would love that. I would love it if he went to Milwaukee or Pittsburgh. That'd be my favorite thing.
Pure baseball.
Sports media people lose their minds.
It's not happening.
No. Well, no.
How about the Cubs? I don't think he wants to go to Chicago.
Slightly bigger chance because the Cubs have built up some young talent, so they are in the up and up. And they are a franchise that has set itself up well for the future, and Ohtani could lift them back into the postseason conversation. So Cubs, a little stronger possibility than Milwaukee or Pittsburgh.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think anything's going to save the Mets this year.
No, they're done.
No, that would be shocking if they were able to turn this around.
It's just a comedy.
It'd be unbelievable. It'd be an unbelievable turnaround. I think now they have to go 48-22 just to get to 90 wins, and 90 wins might not be enough to get that third wild card because there are a lot of good teams.
Might as well focus on other things.
Yeah,
like tennis.
Oh, tennis. Oh boy.
Wimbledon finals going on right now. If anybody cares, but it was a good match when I left. Djokovic and Alcaraz were tied at 1-1 and Djokovic didn't look that good. Alcaraz, like Alcatraz, but without the T.
Okay, that's a good way to remember.
Yeah,
Alcaraz.
Yeah, he's from Spain. He might be the next Nadal, actually.
Nadal.
I just think somebody needs to beat Djokovic. It's got to happen because it's getting too boring every major every year. It's either Djokovic or Nadal. You need some young blood in there.
Yeah, and that kid that we all got excited about last year, the Greek kid. He's eliminated already, right?
He was gone. I think in the quarters or the round of 16.
He got shushed a long time ago.
Sissy pass.
Kyrgios had to withdraw.
That's it.
Oh, why? What happened to him?
I forgot why. I have to look it up. But Kyrgios did not participate this year. It's very unfortunate because you're right. He's a big star. He's going to be a big star.
He adds a lot of spice to the tournament because he's got that dirty mouth, that irreverence.
Put it on playlist.
Yeah. Do you watch any tennis, Aaron? Do you like tennis? You like to watch it?
Yeah, I'll have it on. I mean, especially with the European tournaments on in the morning, so there's not a lot to compete with. So, yeah, I like to have it on while I'm working in the morning. It's good. And, yeah, this match is thrilling. You have the future of the sport against the dominant player who's been dominant for years. So
do we have an update?
That story writes itself.
Do we have an update at all? Abe, do you have an update?
Oh, like Abe's going to be looking at tennis. Sure.
You are
looking at the Wimbledon results. Where are we? I think we're on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 set here.
They don't play six sets, dude. It's best of 5.
No, I like Abe's version of it.
So if you came up with a 6th set, you're a master. I don't know how you could have done that. It's a best out of 5. So my guess is it's in the 4th set right now. And my guess is that Djokovic is up 2-1 in sets, but I don't know. All I know is that in the last match, Djokovic beat somebody, and he pretended to cry on the court to mock the crowd. It was very impolite because everybody most of the crowd was pulling for the other guys. They want to see some new blood, and Djokovic doesn't like that. He wants to be loved. And we all know when you want too hard to be loved, you're not going to get loved.
Exactly. You get the opposite.
Yeah. And nobody has explained this to him. And so he just keeps rubbing everybody's nose in it and keeps winning.
He's going to have to go Jimmy Connors. No, not Jimmy Connors, the other guy.
What?
Who's that guy who's known for being obnoxious? Yeah.
John McEnroe?
Thank you. He's going to go
Yeah.
McEnroe.
But
That's all I got left.
McEnroe he couldn't help it. It's just his personality. He didn't really want to be loved. McEnroe just was a brat on the court.
Totally.
But I liked watching him play. I liked his antics. It was entertaining.
So I found the Miami Killer Bees
Oh,
clip.
good.
So
Yeah, this is the Killer Bees,
Killer Bees show.
in the office show.
Mhm.
And so we will be, we definitely can play a Killer Bees clip if you want. I don't know if everybody remembers the Killer Bees from the 1980s.
I mean, yeah, tell us a bit about the Killer Bees, because 1980s?
This goes back
70s,
to the
80s?
80s when
Uh-huh.
Miami was in the Super Bowl against the Redskins. Remember that?
I do.
They lost to the Redskins.
But, yeah, these
But
kids.
they had a great defense. It was full of guys with B's in their names, either last names or first names. Like
So the Blackwoods? Can you
the
name
Blackwoods and Doug Betters and Beauchamp, I think, was one of the other guys. Beaucamp.
some? Okay.
If you put that slide up, it's got all the info in there.
I
I
will
don't
put
have
it
to
up. But
dig it
first of
all
all,
up
I'm
out
gonna
of
put
my
this slide
memory.
up first.
Oh yeah.
So this is to the NFL, to all these sports people who are playing clips from 30 years ago and stuff, to all the movies that we're playing clips from, and everybody else, the music and everything. This is for you and for YouTube itself. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. The copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use, and that is how we're using it, because this is where we do tip the balance on certainly personal use alone and non-profit, and it's there you go.
We're all in favor of usury when it comes to fair use.
Yeah, yes, lots of usury when it comes to fair use.
Usury here is good.
Yeah. So now that we have that out of the way,
Yeah.
let me dig up this clip here of
The Killer Bees.
yes,
Yeah,
the
there
Killer
it
Bee
is.
defense. So here are the people that we were talking about.
A unit made up of interchangeable parts in which
Like a
any of the
bumblebee.
11 men could
What's that called?
The bees swarming?
yeah,
in
the
background?
swarming of the
Yeah.
bees.
effectively rush the passer on any given play.
It's a real team effort.
By
Having
1982, the
superstars
Killer
on
Bees were the
defense, but
top-ranked
they were
defense in the
pretty-
NFL, and their sting could be felt
collectively,
both
they were
on
very
and
good.
Yeah, they were kind of like the Baltimore.
off the field.
Dolphins are number one. We got defense.
I can
Looks
recall
like
being
Steelers.
out on the
Yeah,
There's one of them.
bumblebees.
practice field dressed in bee costumes and doing a poster.
They're all dressed up in the bee outfits or whatever, which I thought was pretty
Quarterback,
cool.
yeah, remember Strock?
Yeah.
Yeah, Woodley and Strock were the
Yeah.
two, and they were interchangeable. This is
Not
before
exactly Hall of
Pre-Marino.
Famers.
Every now and then I see one of those posters and I kind of
They're
cringe at
imitating
the
them.
thought of
Yeah,
it.
Blackwood, Lyle.
Those sort
Bowser.
of thing.
I think they loved
Bob
it. As a matter of fact, I think they had part
That
of
was
making
good.
it up.
Whether it was selling merchandise, cutting a record, or
Really get
swarming on the
into this.
gridiron,
Yeah.
the Killer Bees stuck together, rendering the
They,
first.
and they never won a Super Bowl, that group. They just got to the Super Bowl.
They got to Super Bowl. They played
two.
the Redskins,
And they lost to the Dolphins as well. I mean, to the Niners.
Niners.
team defense more than
I
just a
think the Blackwoods are gone. The Bees were gone by
cliche.
Some of them, maybe 85, 84. I don't remember which year it was.
We didn't have the individual star, the standout type of player, but we had a lot of guys that took a lot of pride in team defense. I think Bill Arnsparger, our defensive coach, had a lot to do with that.
Bill Arnsparger.
Arnsberger. We know his name here. Let's check something here. Where's Arnsberger? What do we remember him from?
Well, he was a defensive coach.
Uh-huh.
I think he went. Did he go to the Giants after that?
Yeah, so I'm thinking AFC
Yeah.
East. Got some AFC East going on.
And then the other one we had was the Steelers on their
I'm gonna
offense.
keep on playing a little bit more of that. I
Okay.
just want to make sure they're not, even though we read the riot act,
Oh,
they're not stopping
you
us.
still
And they're
worried?
not. We're still good. Okay.
Okay.
So back to
Anytime you play anything with the NFL, there's a risk.
yeah. This
You get somebody very upset.
People accepting their role and realizing
And they
that
really- they
they
shouldn't,
can make
because this is 107,
just about anything
NFL.
happen if they
Roger
if they
Goodell.
don't care.
You've got enough money.
Uh-huh.
The owners, yeah.
And we're
Who
not
gets the
making
credit?
enough.
So you had a
We're
number
not
of
making
young
any
players that weren't that good to begin with, but we grew as a unit, and we grew as a unit on the field and off the field.
And we knew what each other's strengths were, and we played off of those.
Those strengths were twofold, an on-the-field effort that was truly 100%, and a complete knowledge and understanding of the game and of each other, which transformed a unit lacking remarkable talent into the league's best.
You'd be at the line of scrimmage, and I'd look over at Baumhauer or Betters, and maybe just give them a nod, and they knew exactly what
I call it a porn stash.
I was thinking.
There's certain teams when you play against.
Oh, Dan Fouts.
Oh, Dan Fouts.
Air Fouts.
The mountain.
And you know that mentally it's going to be more of a challenge than physically. And with Miami, it was always that way. They seem to be right there in the huddle with you sometimes and able to read your mind.
The crowning achievement came in the '82 AFC Championship, where
Jets
on a rain-soaked field, the Killer Bees.
Maybe Ken O'Brien playing?
Yes. He threw the interception to Lance Mel. Do you remember that?
Dude, nice call.
Rounded their arch-rival Jets, holding
no, that's Todd. That's the Todd.
just
years.
139 yards in a 14-0 washout.
We played, awesome that day. There was another one. RNG made us so well prepared for the game.
The last interception that AJ got.
There. Oh, AJ Dewey.
touchdown.
I'm sorry.
We had prepared
AJ
for that
Dewey.
play and prepared for that play, and there it came, and man, it worked perfect. I mean, we nailed it.
And I'll never forget that because afterwards, RNG.
A young man having fun.
He cried, and he was.
AJ Dewey.
He was very proud of us the way we played.
Their 2 Super Bowl appearances within 3 seasons bound them together forever. And now the Bees have again joined forces, this time in support of number 75 Doug Betters, who suffered a broken neck in a tragic skiing accident last February.
The Raiders, and then the
Dolphins great
then the
paralyzed
Niners,
ski accident.
Then the Niners beat the Dolphins. Dan Marino. Remember Dan Marino's first year?
Hey, well, he'll be back. Okay.
For me to go and see him like that, and such a big guy.
One of those guys got
such an active guy.
Nobody could hurt Doug. Doug was like the strong guy on our team. That couldn't happen to Doug.
I did a good job on it. I broke my neck pretty good, and it's not one of those things that's going to get fixed up in 6 months.
The first thing you think of is, what can I do? What can we do? How can you help the guy? What can we do to make things easier for him?
What they've done is sponsor charity events to raise money in support of their fallen teammate.
Well, he's a fighter, and that's what made him such a great player for me, and that's what's going to help him beat this.
Doug will be okay. I'm very excited about the way that this team has rallied around him. It was sad to see him colors.
Done and
okay.
Well, okay.
Enough of the downer.
Yeah, enough
There's
of that.
The Bees.
That's the defensive Bees, and then we also have the Steelers Bees, the offensive trio of Bell, Brown, and Big Ben,
which we also play under Section 107 to who we're playing this for.
I just can't believe this team never won a Super Bowl. That's stacked.
Dude, you won enough Super Bowls. They won enough already.
I know, but it's just, I guess it's the way it is. It's karma.
I mean, how did the Dolphins, go?
3rd and 4.
The Dolphins
3 receivers set to the right side.
They had all that success.
Yeah. So
looking over the middle, fires deep downfield, intercepted at the 6-yard line.
That's not a B.
No, that's just
Sean Davis, the safety.
Nick Davis.
Staying inbounds and taking it all the way to the 41-yard line. Ben out of the empty set here. Throws, and that's caught by Bell into the end zone.
That was Bell.
We're playing this courtesy of NBC. And
he was really, really
for a touchdown.
It's too bad that he got sidetracked.
Back, right? That's a decent enough matchup. Happens all the time.
Yeah.
But when that running back is Le'Veon Bell, it is not fair.
Many of the years, including a couple of Super Bowl wins in this century. Meanwhile, you've got Bell again.
Didn't leave under good circumstances.
No.
They were kind of angry with each other. They were getting angry.
They weren't paying him enough, I guess.
They weren't playing him right, the way he wanted to be played, the way he thought he'd be more effective.
Like not giving him the ball enough
in circumstances where he could be effective, things like that. There's way, he felt he's being disregarded, wasted, maybe some.
Staying on his feet from either end, running or through the air. Roethlisberger slings it to the outside, and that's caught there by 3rd and 3. And Roethlisberger
was good enough to get by the Patriots.
No.
Patriots were their big bugaboo.
Yard line.
Was this like a highlight reel?
And slips to the outside.
It's just showing you.
Hesitation move.
My attempt to infuse a little Steelers into this. Just Anthony. This is Brown Great catch.
Oh, yeah, Antonio Brown.
You tell me that guy had boundless talent.
Yeah. Well, yes. It's just, this is his brain. If his brains could only stay in the game.
Yeah, well, he spent too much time in the hot tub exposing himself.
Well, among other things.
Yeah.
Look at that, though. Beautiful hands with the feet, the legs. Ben. Yeah.
Let's see one more. Laser.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah. Like no one else. You can't throw that. He was slinging it right in there.
He was on his back foot. He just had a great arm.
Yeah.
Great arm, great touch.
Arm.
He's just his wheels.
Yeah, there is just big next softly there. From the laser to just a lob, a short lob, perfect.
No, and he bought time in the pocket.
Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, and that was a famous play when he
hurdled the guy.
Uh-huh.
I miss football. Please bring it back.
Oh yeah, we're dying.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, baseball's just too woke for us.
It's too woke.
Right,
I'm falling asleep with the baseball. But
how's your coffee?
I'm trying to stay excited about baseball. Let's bring our guests back and get them back into this.
Our co-host here.
I'm sorry for that little
Miami
detour
into Pittsburgh detour, but we do love our football.
Yeah. So I don't know what you guys are. Yeah, I mean, Abe, you're watching your Angels totally disintegrate, and the Mets are falling apart. What are you excited about in baseball now? Anything?
Well, I mean, I'm still excited for Shohei Ohtani and just him breaking all sorts of records. I mean, even though the Angels are playing like absolute trash, I mean, they did have a great win last night over the Houston Astros. I mean, that thing went into double digits. So, I mean, it was great that Ohtani got a win.
They won that game? They won that game?
Yeah, they won last night, but it was like 13-12 or something.
You should be happy, man. I know how you feel about the Astros.
I'm thrilled.
Well, the Astros are a good team. I think every year they always, come up to the top of the standings. And so, it's definitely a team that we always have to look out for. I mean, this year, it's interesting to see the Texas Rangers at the very top of the AL West. You usually see the Astros up there, but it's been interesting with the Rangers this year. Like that they're giving the Astros a little run for their money.
Texas, all the steers and queers come from Texas.
And Angels and Mariners are tied for really third place there in the standings. So, of course I'm still pulling for the Angels. I don't think it's hopeless, but not having Mike Trout there,
it's hopeless.
Not having great pitching. I mean, I just think, Ohtani's
we love winners.
Ohtani's here for the end of the year. Hopefully, I don't see him getting traded. But just kind of write it out. But I'm sure what I'm hoping for is he'll get maybe a CY Young award, or he'll end the AL MVP.
Thank you.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. Is hey, this guy can walk away with these two awesome titles.
Can we get a replay on that? Can we get a what kind of award was that?
Well, AL MVP. Cy Young.
Cy Young. I like that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever going to win the Cy Young and the MVP again, but
it would be nice.
No, it could happen. It could happen.
My hope.
Except for Ohtani.
It's my dream. For him, but that's I mean, what's exciting over
Abe
there.
Abe is really in love with Ohtani, aren't you? Abe, you're in love with Ohtani, aren't you?
Yeah, man.
I
think everybody's in love with Ohtani. I mean, he's such a good dude too.
Do you have a blow up doll of Ohtani in your room?
That's what we're gonna look for.
I have a playoff blow up doll of Shohei Ohtani in my room.
We can show you one of those in the clip from The Office. Got a bunch of
blow-up doll
stuff. I think I need a blow up doll of Ohtani. Gee.
Of course, with his jersey on and everything. An angel to look a guardian angel for you.
Oh, here we go.
What's that?
Blow up dolls for adults on Amazon.
Oh,
so we're looking for some
wow
more co-hosts.
You can only have to spend $18 to get a doll.
We get Ginger. We get Fernando.
Because they're all
look, he's got hair.
They're all kind of they're kind of sexless, aren't they? Because they don't have those private parts.
Well,
but
that looks like a guy.
They've got breasts though.
Yeah, she's got breasts.
But that's kind of fitting in with the.
She's got breasts too. Boy, look, that's very realistic. Look at that.
Biological men can have breasts these days with surgery, of course.
Yeah.
And that's what's available on Amazon right now.
Masturbating man wind up toy for $11.
That's unbelievable.
Free delivery.
They can actually sell that on Amazon. Oh my God!
No way!
I am so.
They'll
offended.
sell anything on Amazon nowadays, huh? There's no holding back.
And they found our show offensive.
Well, I'm hold on. Make sure we're not upsetting
I hope
anybody.
he won't be on next week.
Yeah, we ran into that one.
Oh my God! I can't believe you found that.
The thrill of this is what happens when you have a live show. It's like, hey, we stumbled across that, and even I don't want to see that now. I can't unsee that.
Yeah,
oh my God!
Thank you very much.
Just back off that page.
Thank you very little.
Get back here.
Okay.
Grow a girlfriend. We can grow a girlfriend though. Maybe it's like a look at.
If they make one of those of a Tani though, there might be some. I might need to purchase that.
I might need one of these. Drop it in water.
Yeah, I need to grow a Tani.
I know we could get what we can get for Dorothy is a blow up doll of Bye Bye Baez, right?
Oh yeah, Baez.
I know how she feels about Baez.
She totally wants Baez. Or we can get a.
By the way, Dorothy, I heard you're a little under the weather today. I hope you feel better soon.
Yes.
Back on our show.
Yes. So sorry to hear.
And
you must be really sick.
As for Blix, I guess we're losing hope that he can get his internet signal together. So
yeah, we'll see.
We got to have him back for football season, or else he's not going to be able to defend his title.
That's right. We got to win back. We got to beat him to win.
You want to do so? Since we've got baseball kind of on the brain here, do you want to do buy, sell, or hold?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Seems like a good time to do that.
Like a fun time to do that.
A little buy, sell, or hold, leading into some more clips.
Sure. Yeah, we can get Aaron's opinions on this. No, there we are. To do another buy, sell, and hold. We're going to look at the top and the bottom of the.
We're going to undress the MLB standings from top to bottom.
Let's see, do you want more of or less of the leaders and the bottom feeders? What's going to change in the second half of the season here? Yeah, Wall Street week, but
makes me think of my grandmother. I used to watch this with my grandmother sometimes when I visit her.
Yeah, I watched it.
She'd always,
every Friday night.
She'd always say to me, that stock you like just went up. Why didn't we buy more?
Oh, she's one of those, huh?
Hard to please.
Very hard to please. Wow.
In a good-natured way. I miss her a lot.
Okay, well, here we go. Let's have a look at our standings here.
So
I went to chabdog.com and clipped standings.
Yes.
And came right over here.
Wow, look at that. The Rays are starting they're starting to stumble a little bit.
Okay, well, right. Put your money in your mouth is buy, sell, or hold Tampa Bay Rays. ChabDog.
I would be selling that.
Yes, I would sell as well. Abe Miranda, buy, sell, or hold Tampa Bay Rays. Okay.
Do you, Aaron?
Too slow. I'm gonna put the seller in, or we're cashing your account out.
I'm holding the Rays. Not ready to jump off yet.
Okay, Aaron York's gonna hold.
Jump off. Yeah, I'm gonna hold. I think they're gonna get a second wind here, especially as we get closer to October.
Look at the Orioles. They're tied in the loss column with the Rays.
I know. They're
How
right
about
after
that?
it. Boston Red Sox.
And look at the Yankees. They're almost in last place.
But Boston is. Boston Red Sox, buy, sell, or hold, ChabDog.
That won't be the way it looks at the end of the year.
You want more Boston, don't you?
I like Boston, actually.
Yeah, you know what? I'm selling them. The Yankees, they're going to stay in the basement.
They got more hitting than the Yankees.
The Yankees are somehow going to finish.
Aaron Judge is still their big
that
toe.
Doesn't make them any better.
The Yankees' big toe is ailing.
I wish the Yankees would fall behind them, but they're not going to do it.
What do you think, guys? Do you think the Yankees are going to
Aaron, who's going to finish at the end of the AL East? The Yankees or Boston?
No, hopefully the Yankees are in the cellar, because that would be something that the Mets didn't do, was finish in last place. So I hope it's the Yankees, but their experience and Garrett Cole and now Stanton's getting hot, they're probably going to carry him through to like third place or something. And Boston's just a little younger. I just don't think they have what it takes right now. So my prediction is Boston, but I'm hoping the Yankees finish in last.
I share your sentiment. Hey, Miranda. Yankees?
Selling
Boston.
them.
Sell Boston, exactly.
No, he said the Yankees.
I was selling Yankees. Well, it's Boston. Buy,
Well,
sell, or
it's Boston,
hold.
so I bought some of that stock last time. I'm going to sell some of this stock this time.
Good move.
Boston has a Japanese guy of its own that this guy's pretty good.
Yeah, well, he's
Matsusaka or something like that.
Matsusaka.
Yoshida.
Let's move to the Central now. We got the Twinkies, 47-46, but they're the best of the worst. And the Guardians and the Tigers, man, the Royals are even looking good in this division.
Oh,
holy crap!
No, they're
Twins, buy, sell, or hold. I'm selling them right now. I got to buy somebody else in there because they're not going to finish at the top. Of the division.
Look where they're playing. They're playing in the Comedy Central. There's no competition. I think that they're going to win that division.
You don't think the Guardians can sneak up on them and take it away?
I don't like the Guardians. They're pretty Punch and Judy.
All right, hey Miranda.
Yeah, with the Twins, I bought them last time, and I will just hold on to them for now.
All right. Aaron York may or may not be there. Okay, we'll go to him when we come back. And we'll get the bottom, Kansas City.
We don't have to even talk about the Royals.
Yeah.
They stink on ice.
Yeah, literally, as Ed McMahon once said.
That isn't a franchise that just fell apart like faster
that went
than
fast.
cheap suit. Remember when they won the whole thing? They won the World Series in 2015, and they got there in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, it's just been a complete train wreck.
Whoa!
Oh,
look at that. That's pretty cool.
We just what do we?
No, we got everything.
That's just your.
I was playing with the mouse.
Okay.
That's better.
All right. Well, let's go to the AL West.
AL West, Rangers. Ooh, I like that. Look at that. Rangers and the Athletics. Yeah, you know what? I hold. I'm going for a hold there. That's going to stay the same. That's not changing anytime soon. Maybe towards the end of the season.
Yeah, the Astros are dealing with some injuries.
Yeah.
That's their problem,
They're
I think.
not cheating as good as they once did.
I think that the Rangers are going to – I would just be holding the Rangers and –
I'll hold the Athletics.
Nobody else in that division excites me particularly.
Not really. We got Aaron back.
What do you think, Aaron? Do you like the
Rangers?
You got Rangers, Athletics, buy, sell, or hold, or they're going to stay in the relative positions for the next.
And I'm buying the Rangers. I just think it's going to keep getting better for them. I really like everyone in their lineup hits. It's ridiculous. That is a strong team. We saw at the All-Star game. They have everyone in the All-Star game. Athletics you have to hold because they can't get any lower, and they're probably going to sell some pieces, so that's going to put them back in the conversation for worst record ever. But you can't sell them because there's only so much low you can go.
Yeah.
And then what was the third team?
Was the A's there?
Well, you have the A's.
That was the A's.
Yep. All right.
The Angels.
No, the Twins, the Royals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Royals.
Interesting division is the NL East.
I thought we were doing the West.
We are. We're doing the West. So it's the Rangers at the top and the Athletics in the bottom. And, ChabDog and I were of the belief that there's not going to be much change from top to bottom. Yeah, maybe in the middle stuff will change around. But the Rangers and Athletics are probably going to ride this thing out.
Yeah. And then you have to sell the Angels. I don't think they're going to trade Ohtani because I think that they have a chance at signing him. So I don't think they're going to move him. But with the injuries they have, it doesn't look like it's going to get better either. So not feeling great about them, but Abe already went over that in plenty of detail.
All right, well, let's go to the East, the National League, and start again on the other side of the fence. The Atlanta Braves.
This is the sexy division, the NL East, and don't mean the Mets.
And then the Marlins, boy.
But
even the Phillies.
I saw a guy. The Marlins have a great player. This guy who's leading the league in hitting, I think he's real tough hitter. I forgot his name, but he's good. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Luis Arraez. He's just slapping the ball all over the yard. He's an old-fashioned guy. Tries not to strike out, and the nerds go crazy because his exit velocity is not very high. But it doesn't matter, as he just places the ball well. He makes contact and he hits the ball with his own fielders. So it doesn't matter his exit velocity is at 110 miles per hour.
He's got a really quick bat. You notice that? Like what I saw, he just has great reflexes, and it's kind of like Rod Carew. Good, real looks like real good hand-eye coordination, and I don't care if his exit velocity is what it is. He gets on base, and the Marlins have pitching. They have more than I thought, so they're going to make the Braves work for that. And then the Phillies are good too. The Phillies are back into the form they were in when they went to the World Series, pretty much.
I'm liking the Braves. I'm buying me some more Braves. I think the Braves are going to keep going.
I would say the Braves are going to
be
still going to be good, but I'm not buying that team. Look at that record. It's too good. It's too high.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep on defying gravity.
They're going to get brought down to earth a little bit by those two teams in the division that are good. That's my thought.
All right.
Abe, what do you think?
Wow. Well, I love the Braves. I think the Braves are going to do great. They're still doing great, so you can don't really hold on the Braves. The Nationals will stay at the bottom, I think. I don't think the Mets are going to catch up to them.
Hebrew Nationals.
Yeah, I like to think that $370 million payroll is going to, at least keep them in fourth place. At least that's the hope, But that's where we're at. The Marlins are good, but I don't think they're going to catch up.
You know why I call them the Hebrew Nationals? Because they're always answering to a higher authority. They're definitely looking up all the time. Well, let's go on to the National League Central, which is a little better than the American League Central, though I'm not sure how much. But it's better. I like the Reds actually to hang with the Brewers, so I'll probably be buying the Reds still. I'm just looking for somebody else to win that division. But the rest of the division is a mess, including my Pirates, who've just
they
totally lost their shit.
They look so good. I lost my shirt on Pirate stock earlier this year. I bought way too much.
Remember when they were 21-8?
I know.
They were 21-8.
And I was piling on. I was buying more. Couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turns out that was a high watermark.
Looks like the
season's over.
They're taking it, you know how they're taking it right now.
But I'm like, give me the Milwaukee Brewers, and that's where
I must say,
the future home of Shohei Ohtani. I'm buying all the Milwaukee Brewers I can get.
It's very nice to see the Cardinals in last place. It warms my heart. You know they
know the owner. He's friends of ours.
He was on the show. I know.
Yeah, I know.
But that was a long time ago.
Well,
he's probably gone by now.
No, they still own. His family still.
He's still there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, he's a nice guy. I like him a lot, but and my dad loves the Cardinals, but I don't because they've been torturing my team for a long time. Mm-hmm. Did you know they listed the 5 or 6 most hated teams in baseball, and guess who was number 1 was the Yankees. That's no surprise.
Excellent.
Number 3 was the Mets. And number 5 was the Cardinals, I think.
I'm surprised the Mets would rank that high as for hateable teams.
Yeah. Well, just, I think it just goes with being in New York. Mm-hmm. A lot of people instinctively react against New York.
Let's go to our panel here.
Yeah, enough from me. What do you want to say about
Miranda Central,
National League Central?
Brewers and Cardinals.
I really like that. The Brewers are still good. I mean, I like that the Cincinnati's catching up to them. So I'm gonna put a little sell on the Brewers. Let's see what happens with the Reds. Cardinals are just I think they're gonna stay at the bottom. They're just having a really, really crappy season this year. So we're gonna keep them down there.
Yep, they're catching too much of that St. Louis, the karma of the city of St. Louis. Can the Cardinals escape the karma of the city of St. Louis?
What do you mean the karma? Why should St. Louis have bad karma?
Because it's just like burning. You know, they got high crime and burning. It's a joke. It's a shame from what St. Louis.
We've known that for a long time.
After coming out of COVID, it's gotten
ever since I saw
worse.
the National Lampoon movie where Clark gets lost in East St. Louis. Remember that scene?
That was from the 80s too. No, I don't.
They get lost in East St. Louis, and by the time they get out, the car has no hubcaps, and they've gone through a lot.
Yeah, that's stereotype, but they're true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Aaron, I didn't get your view on the NL Central. If you want to say something,
please.
If you care.
It's been interesting because the Reds have been making this amazing run, but they just got shut down by the Brewers 2 games in a row. So you got this big third game coming up today.
Yeah, they better not get swept.
I still like Cincinnati with all the excitement. I'm getting caught up in the excitement. I guess I'll buy it, even though it could be a sucker play, and we could see this more veteran Brewers team with their pitching. We could see them win it out, but still going with Cincinnati. Let's see what they can do. It'll be a really exciting team in the playoffs if they do make it.
Love that guy.
Well, they're 23.
He hits a lot of home runs.
And they said they win. They're good on the
back.
road. They win some more games.
All right, and then the NL West to finish off. Last but not least, look, the Dodgers have overtaken the D-backs.
Yeah,
the smoke and mirror D-backs.
How do they do that?
Yeah, I would be selling the D-backs.
Yeah,
unloading that stuff. The Giants are going to be there, though. I think the Giants.
What's up with the Padres? Why are they so bad?
The Padres have just fallen on their sword this year.
Yeah, it's such.
Abe, do you have anything to tell us about
Fernando
the Padres?
Tatis just got out. I think he's day-to-day right now.
Oh, Tatis got touched up. That's too bad.
Well, I think he has like a sprained ankle or something.
Oh,
he twisted his ankle, I think, yesterday.
Meow, meow, meow.
He's got that in a hangnail.
Yeah.
Holy dog shit!
His team needs him to
in
win.
Last place in the is the Rockies. They are just hopeless.
Yeah, that's not changing anytime soon.
That's the place everybody wants to play because the ball just travels forever.
Not for your hitter, but if you're a pitcher.
So
pitchers go to die.
We kind of went through that,
I
think it's now time for some more clips.
More clips. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of hopeless and bad, we really should play some that Swarm movie.
Oh yeah,
want to see a bad movie.
This is probably one of the worst movies ever made.
But it was in the true spirit of that genre, the disaster movie. It like the Towering Inferno, and
that was
the Poseidon Adventure, which was actually a better movie. They threw in these great actors, so you had this ensemble cast, real A-listers. In a total B movie, if you want to call it even a B movie.
I don't think it's an affront to B movies to call it.
But
good.
This is educational again.
Yes, under Section 107.
We just don't. You don't see a lot of movies like this anymore.
1978, directed by Irwin Allen.
Allen. He did the Towering Inferno.
He did the Towering Inferno.
Yeah. So this was a continuation.
He did, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Yes.
He was known for a lot of really edgy stuff and leading edge stuff too.
Yeah,
that's why this was so disappointing.
Well,
there was this whole narrative in the media that there's these bees coming up from South America.
I found nothing in this movie disappointing. It was everything that I expected and less.
As a 12-year-old? Oh, you mean back in the day? Yeah.
I mean, now that I'm looking at it, it's very easy to watch. Very easy to watch.
Is it less filling?
Look at this train winding its way through the mountainside.
There we go.
Abe, this is for you with the train.
Yeah, Abe, we need to keep an eye on this, particular on this.
Eric thought this was overdone, but don't train conductors dress like this.
Yeah, they wear red scarves and coveralls and those hats. Look, he's got a blue scarf on there.
I don't think they do that anymore, except for some of the more fanatical guys.
But do you think is it flamboyant to wear a scarf like that if you're a train engineer? What do you think, Abe? Look at that. That's dude. I mean,
are you suggesting there's something a little bit?
No, it's a stereotype. I'm just saying. Look at that. That's like so. There's like two white guys in these. What do we call it? Conductor hats.
You gotta have the hat. That is a great hat.
So now here,
there's a bee.
There's a bee. Like it's Wimby. It's a sealed compartment.
You know what this is like? This is like Hitchcock's The Birds because it starts off innocent enough with 1B, and then all hell breaks loose. You know, remember the birds? They had usually one or two birds.
Show up.
Before you know it, there's 500,000.
B. Don't take any chances.
Don't take any chances. It's a bee, dude. Taking chances about what?
Well, that could hurt, man. Have you ever been stung by a bee?
Oh, and
it's not pleasant.
Like a million times. No, it's not pleasant, but come on, it's not the end of the world. Oh, Abe, are you really impressed with their control room there on that engine they're in? Check this out.
All right, play it for him.
Do your trains look like this?
Why don't we play the clip?
Hold on, look at all these computers and stuff. They got like shortwave radios over there and dials.
Out of Star Wars.
I know. It's like he's flying the Millennium Falcon or something.
That's a real control room.
I feel like, we could blow up a planet with just touching a couple of those buttons back there.
Give it to him.
Oh, he spit up.
Hey! Goddamn, what'll I do now? Don't move. Don't get him mad.
Don't get them mad, right?
How many takes do you think it took these guys to get this
The
right?
last thing you want to do is get these animals mad.
It's a bee.
It's a big bee.
Oh, he used the hat as a weapon. Oh, and now they're surrounding this engine that's traveling 60 miles an hour. Look at that.
No, everybody's pushing it. Pushing the dial.
It's too late for Abe to save the day. There's Fred McMurray. Ben Johnson. O.J.
Is that O.J. Simpson?
No.
It could be Cleavon Little.
Looked like Lionel from the Jeffersons.
Uh-oh.
Olivia de Havilland. Yeah, but you know how old she was when she died? She was like 103. Lived forever.
This is what a typical day in New Jersey Transit is like.
Look, Abe, they're going down with the engine. The engine's going
Looks
down.
fun. Looks really fun. Look at that thing.
Oh, no.
It's a toy train.
Everybody.
That actually looks more realistic. Oh, there goes Fred McMurray.
That would be painful.
He's out.
My three. He's going after one of his
His
three
three sons vanished.
Oh, there goes, is that Olivia? Yeah.
I hope his insurance policy had a double indemnity clause.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh. Jeez, these gasoline-powered trains. Abe? The gasoline
Only the locomotive has gasoline, and even then it's diesel.
It's diesel.
Were any safety protocols violated in the making of this movie?
Several. Several.
Know you love train clips, so.
Yeah, we love these ones too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Only 17.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Caine.
And Richard Widmark.
Michael Caine was in this. Can we play this?
Yeah,
we're playing.
Okay, I can't hear anything.
Oh, that's it. It ended right there.
Oh, what's next?
I don't know. But
next?
Take that off for now. Where are we here? We've got.
You're coming.
7 minutes left.
7 minutes. Oh, is it time for? Is it time for a little politics? You want to play a little?
Yeah, this is perfect. Squeeze some of this in. This is topical this week.
Speaking of office politics, we've gotten a lot of interesting stuff happening with the FBI director having to testify and give evasive
American
answers.
people need to understand what just happened. My Democrat colleague just asked the director of the FBI whether or not they are buying information about our fellow Americans.
Did you know that your
and the
information
answer
is for sale?
is, well, we'll just have to get back to you on that. It sounds really complicated. But I have.
Yeah. It is kind of extraordinary.
The banks are just giving away information on, people's gun purchases?
Yep. If the FBI asks
Other
for it.
questions. I'm sitting here with my father.
What's the point of having a Fourth
I will
Amendment?
make certain that between the man sitting next to me and every person he knows and my ability to forever hold a grudge, that you will regret not following my direction.
Now, the media assassination this gentleman is under. Matt Getz.
Oh, he's under constant attack.
What do you remember him being accused of?
He had some kind of, there was something involving a girl.
Yes.
Underage.
Underage girl. Yeah, not just any old girl.
It being
Underage
transported across state lines
Yes.
or something?
Yes. So there's.
But nothing ever came of that, right?
No. Well, we don't know because they won't tell us anything about
Well,
this vanished into thin air. It's like whenever they want to use it, it comes up.
It's just the thought, the insinuation is worse than the truth.
As far as I can tell, they were baseless, factless charges that were thrust upon.
I am sitting here
to ruin
waiting for the call
and make us
with
always
my
think
father.
about that. First thing, oh yeah, this guy, he's a pedophile.
Sounds like a shakedown, doesn't it, Director?
That's called travel across state lines, Gates.
I'm not going to get into commenting on that.
You seem deeply uncurious about it, don't you? Almost suspiciously uncurious. Are you protecting the Bidens?
Absolutely not. The FBI does not and has no interest in
You won't answer the question about whether or not that's a shakedown, and everybody knows why you won't answer it. Because to the millions of people who will see this, they know it is. And your inability to acknowledge that is deeply revealing about you. But let's go from the uncurious to the downright nosy. How many illegal FISA queries have occurred under your leadership of the FBI?
Yeah, this is, it gets into the millions.
Well, there are reports that have come out with different numbers about compliance incidents.
More than 1 million?
Whether it's
illegal
ones?
Because that's what the Inspector General said. The Inspector General said that in the 3.4 million of these queries, more than 1 million were in error. Do you have any basis to disagree with that assessment by the Inspector General?
I'm not sure. Actually, that's a correct characterization of the Inspector General's findings on that.
The internet will remind you of that in moments.
If they never take action, that's who cares?
But let's now go to what the court said.
They get it anyway. I mean, we're human beings. We're just going to take no for an answer.
Said it was over 200,000.
I thought this is being technical. I mean, they got him there are better ways.
How many illegal FISA queries have occurred under your leadership of the FBI?
Well, there are reports that have come out with different numbers about compliance incidents.
More than that in the to disagree with
characterization of the Inspector General's findings on that.
The internet will remind you of that in moments.
Okay, the next one's better.
By the way, the Spanish kid did something good in Wimbledon.
What happened? We have an update?
Update.
The update is Carlos Alcaraz
now recognized himself for an opening statement.
Yes! It happened. It happened. He did it in 4 sets?
Let me see.
Must be 4.
Six sets, right?
In 6 sets?
In 6 sets?
It has to be. That has to be a misprint if it was 6.
6 sets.
5 sets. It was the 5th set.
Was it close in the 5th?
Yeah, 5th set. 5th set.
I think he won 6-3. So the only close set was that 3rd one.
Yeah.
That was really the
left
moment
when I
that
was
swung it for Alcaraz when he won that tie break.
Okay. Well,
8 days ago.
I got a great headline.
8 days ago on July 4th in the Western District of Louisiana, the court found that the federal government suppressed Americans' First Amendment free speech rights.
Yes.
In his conclusion on page 154, the court said this, the judge said this, plaintiffs are likely to succeed on the merits in establishing that the government has used its power to silence the opposition. Opposition to COVID-19 vaccines, opposition to COVID-19 mask and lockdowns, opposition to the lab leak theory of COVID-19.
So you have the Jim Jordan
opposition
look, or
to
he
the
has
validity
the
of the 2020 election, opposition to President Biden's policies, statements that the Hunter Biden laptop was true, and opposition to policies of the government officials in power. All were suppressed.
Yes.
It is quite telling that each example or category of suppressed speech was conservative in nature. The court further writes, the United States government seems to have assumed a role similar to an Orwellian ministry of truth.
Yes.
Which they were going to put out there as they were going to form that.
Put that crazy lady was going to head it and all that stuff.
Do you believe that? We're going to have a ministry of truth?
Oh, yeah.
This is all really happening.
Well, but here we are talking about it, shining a light on it.
Specific to the FBI, the court said this, the FBI's failure to alert social media companies that the Biden laptop story was real and not Russian disinformation is particularly troubling.
Irresponsible.
The FBI had the laptop in their possession since December 2019 and had warned social media companies repeatedly to look out for, quote, hack and dump operation by the Russians prior to the 2020 election.
And the Russians did nothing.
Even after Facebook specifically asked whether the laptop story was Russian disinformation, the FBI refused to comment, resulting in social media companies' suppression of this story. And as a result,
they can't find that cocaine, but they gave up. Yeah, we're never going to be able to find whoever brought this cocaine in here.
Millions.
Investigation's over.
Millions of our fellow citizens did not hear this story prior to the November 3rd, 2020 election. Additionally, the FBI was included in industry meetings.
Yeah, that's all we want
All
to
right,
play
so
there.
that's it
So that
for-
takes care of that. So that was some of the antics that went on this week.
That's it for office politics and.
Well, that part of it anyway. We'll have some real office.
Yeah.
Office coming on after the break.
Yeah, let's go to the break. We'll play some clips for the commercials, and then we'll come back in. Maybe you can put on the maybe the Dean Martin roaster.
Yeah, we'll find something to play good coming out of the break. But let's start with an interesting. This was a ferry crossing that was being done. Maybe it's in India somewhere. But these poor people, and this is their livelihood. They're just trying to get these trucks from one end of the
Well, at least you didn't have
other.
at least you didn't have crocodiles or alligators in the swamp eating people.
Well, you never know.
I know you like those clips where animals go crazy on people.
Yeah, thankfully I don't have any of those. All right, we'll come back after the break. Enjoy.
Ay, ay, ay. ¡Ey, no, no! ¡Se salieron todos! ¡Todos!
So my name is Eric Sauvé. I'm a paralegal with the law firm of Brandon S. Chabner, and as a paralegal, I support Brandon Chabner, the attorney of the firm. Primarily when it comes to trust, it's very important that trust document reflect the wishes of those that put it together. The trust is your instructions as to how you want your estate distributed and the instructions you're giving to your trustee to do that. A power of attorney allows a trusted person to take on your affairs while you're incapacitated. And in the state of California, if your estate is less than $165,000, then you don't need to have a trust. You can simply distribute those through a will. We just want to get this completed, make sure your wishes are taken care of, so the state of California is not in there taking their piece. You're not paying probate, and your beneficiaries get the most money possible in a tax-free or most tax-efficient manner possible. Having representation in place is incredibly important, and this ties back to the power of attorney, because there are going to be many times in your life where you're not going to be either able to attend for medical reasons or perhaps emergencies happen in your life. Now you can exercise that power of attorney and someone else can represent you in your affairs, so you're free to be with your family.
As hurts the superstar. We got the winning combination. Super people, super cars, making that extra effort to meet your special needs. Getting you in, getting you out with super speed. Hertz, the superstar in rent-a-car. Hertz, the superstar in rent-a-car.
You know it.
My name is Brandon S. Chabner. I am a sole owner and CEO of the law office of Brandon S. Chabner here in Hermosa Beach, and we do corporate law and estate planning and regulatory law. And I've been in business since 2007. Before that, I worked with various law firms in Southern California and also on the East Coast, and primarily focused on corporate law. I've been an attorney since 1990. Prior to law school, I went to Yale College and was majored in political science, graduated with distinction, magna cum laude honors there. After Yale College, I went to UCLA Law School, was on law review there, enjoyed that a lot. I went to Harvard Business School and got a degree there. I'd like to be their, trusted advisor and help them understand and assess the legal risks relating to their business projects. Also, I can help them be more successful, I think, by helping them move in the direction that enables their deals to get done, and whilst at the same time mitigating business risk. But also, I can provide them both with legal advice and business advice.
Hey, I'm Coach Joe. I just love my Hummer. I believe the Hummer is the best vehicle on the road. Big, tough, aggressive, and it represents everything that we want at Ole Miss. I have my Hummer. You need a Hummer. Tell them about it, JoJo.
Mississippi, they are here. The new Rogers Dabbs H3 Hummers are here.
The folks at Rogers Dabbs Hummer are first-team players. Come see them.
Rogers Dabbs and Hummer like nothing else. New H3 starting at just $32,000.
Love it.
I'm Morgan Freeman.
And I am the true MLG Illuminati No-Scope Master. How, you may ask? Well, take a look at this. This might be the most powerful quick-scoping food in the universe. Are you able to handle this beauty? Time to wreck some scrubs. Domination. Get the camera. Grenade! Oh, a triple. Kill-tacular. 1 versus 1, mate. Get wrecked. Shut the fuck up! Fucking kick, you fuck! It's gonna be cool! Monster kill! Game over. You what, mate?
This motherfucker's dead, man.
Now, I sort of qualify dark matter. If you think about it. Why would race have anything to do with it? It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting it.
Damn! Oh! Why am I so sexy?
I probably should get up and dance, but I used to have a partner that didn't matter to that fella. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe not. What's the place something different? Maybe not.
The word working has now been added to the Oxford Dictionary.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this? Nice meme.
I feel like you work so much, it's amazing. Where do you get your energy from?
Well, I don't know. You smoke enough marijuana, you get it. You get enough energy.
I got it. No way. Ancient reality is the best.
Commercial escrow is a little bit different than the residential. And not too many escrow companies take commercial transactions. And Lorraine, my daughter, she learned the commercial from A to Z. And she is the goddess of commercial escrow. And I'm not saying that because she's my daughter, because she is amazing. You cannot afford to make one little mistake in commercial. And commercial deals are very big, very important, because they call that, you do commercial, no, that's it. Then he never called that escrow company again. But you do commercial, yes, come on in, we'll take care of you. We do hundreds a year because we keep going out and recruiting customers. We don't stop. And it's not really the quantity, it's the quality. And the quality that we do and give our clients generates more escrow transactions for us.
You know, it's only a couple of days old. Baseball season is already my favorite clip of the year. As a guy who's ridden NJ Transit a few times, I can relate. Frank Fleming joining us from Jersey. On the horn right now, Frank, it's Kevin Burkhardt in L.A. And my man, we were just talking, amazingly, we might have went to middle school together, which is just crazy. Now, the big question, though, did you get to the game at all? Did you make the game on opening day?
I made it, there was 2 outs in the first inning by the time I got to my seat. But, you know, you miss the ceremonies. The ceremonies are the point of opening day. You want to see all these players come in. You want all the players to come in. You want to cheer the players you like, boo the players you don't like, or in this case with the Mets, you want to boo the training staff because they can't keep anyone healthy. I mean, sometimes I wonder if they're incompetent.
Poor Ray Ramirez trying to do his job, and Frank is crushing him from the stands. Frank, all right, Frank, give me a little feel. Listen, I obviously know Mets fans, right? Worked there for 8 years. I know the passion. I grew up one of them. But what's the expectation? Noah Syndergaard said today it's a Mets town, not a Yankees town anymore.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It is a Mets town. Because, you see, the Mets are the true passion of New York. I mean, the Yankees, everyone likes the Yankees, but they're like IBM. I mean, come on. They're the corporations. They're the big wigs. They're the big boys. They're big blue. When they win, it's like, well. If the Mets win the World Series, let me tell you, this city's going to go crazy. This city's going to go crazy because that's the true heart. The Mets are the heart of New York. It beats in us.
Hey, Frank, Alex Rodriguez here. Listen, first of all, I love the passion. I know 1986 was a big, big year for you. But why are the Mets the team of New York City and not the Yankees?
Because we're the heart of New York. With the true grit. The Mets are the gritty team. They're the team that is like 9-to-5ers. They're the blue collar team. They're the team that tries hard. They're the team that's just like the true heart of New York. The Yankees are the ones your bosses.
Frank,
they're the ones that
I have some connections with the Yankees. If we get you season tickets for free, can we convert you to the Bronx?
No.
I love the loyalty.
Frank, it's Frank. Let's be frank with it. What's the angriest you've ever been at the New York Mets?
It probably was 1993 season. That season was the season from hell. I mean, first off, it's not bad that they went 59-103, but then you got Vince Coleman throwing firecrackers. You got Rambo Brett Saberhagen with the Super Soaker. You got Jeff Torberg with no pulse. You got Bobby Bonilla showing people the Bronx. They're still paying Bobby Bonilla. I don't believe they're still paying Bobby Bonilla. I mean, come on. I've done more for the Mets than Bobby Bonilla's done the last 16 years.
Hey, Frank, I got a couple questions for you. It's Kevin again. First of all, you want to host Whip Around with us tonight?
Why not?
Second of all, I'm just curious because he's standing right here. Have you ever booed A-Rod before? I'm just curious.
I always booed A-Rod. The best thing that I ever saw to A-Rod is when, Pedro struck him out or got him to pop up with the bases loaded and all the Yankee fans, ooh, and I just yes.
Well, I'm glad you guys can meet and talk today and talk it out.
I'm adding you to the long list of fans that have booed me. Thanks, Frank.
Hey, Frank, you are the best, my man. It is. Thanks for taking some time, having some fun with us. We enjoyed the clip. We know you're a diehard.
It was a pleasure talking to Ricky Davis.
What's that?
It was a pleasure talking to Ricky Davis. He chased Jack Elliott to Japan, but it's always been a pleasure talking to Ricky Davis.
Oh, Ricky Davis.
Unbelievable.
Frank, you're the best, man.
Unbelievable. Frank, be good, my man.
Thanks.
What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Let's cut back to here. All right,
Spinal.
we're back.
Spice things up more, and then I can go into Joan Collins if you want.
So you want the Joan Collins clip to come out of the break and then some NASCAR?
Frank again.
Okay.
It's always fun.
Yeah, we just find Joan Collins here.
All right, get ready for some Joan Collins. This is from the late 70s roast.
Roasting the Joan Collins? Okay.
Dean Martin roast of Joan Collins.
Oh, hold on. Abe, do you know who Joan Collins is? Abe Miranda, do you know who Joan Collins is? Who? Thank you. No, that's all I needed to know.
Yeah, I think that might be way too old
I suggest you check out Dynasty.
Yeah, no one's going to know who she is.
Mr. Rich Little.
She's one of the sexiest women alive, and she's still alive. She's about 90-something, but beautiful.
How do you like that? The lush and the luscious. That's where they put me. Joan, congratulations on being such a superstar that you are. Did you ever stop to think what your former husband, Anthony Newley, must be saying every time he thinks about your success?
Wish I knew who he was.
What kind of fool am I?
Anthony Newley.
how about
Carrington.
other celebrities?
Blake Carrington.
How about
Blake-
Jimmy
John
Carter?
Forster. Oh, this is amazing. And he just becomes Jimmy.
Hot damn, it's good to be here.
Good to be here. That's the way he talked.
Joe? I'm in trouble again.
Just before that facelifts.
The lust is back in my heart.
I don't know. She looks very good for whatever age she is. Jim looks, I didn't notice anything. Red buttons.
What about
Before red button.
Jimmy Stewart?
Durante, sorry.
Jimmy Durante was there?
John,
this is
Stewart.
Yeah,
John
no.
Collins
We saw
and
Stewart on
I
the train.
never went out together. We never were an idol. And it's too bad, Joan, because I think you would have liked me. You see, I make love the same way I talk. Slow.
Very slow.
Well, very slow. Then there's Johnny Carson.
Oh.
He does Carson best.
Look at that smile. The Johnny Carson smile. And the way he moves his neck.
Yes. Yep.
And
You
the
know,
face.
Joan Collins and I have a lot in common.
A lot in common.
We're both famous for entertaining people in bed. You know something? In all the years I've been in Hollywood, I have never dated Joan Collins. As a matter of fact, I've never even married her. But I would like to date Joan Collins. As a matter of fact,
He was like.
I'd like to have a
he
little
was like Bob Crane.
intimate
in some
supper
ways,
some
wasn't
night,
he?
Joan.
Bob
Just
didn't have 5
the
wives.
three of us,
He
you,
had
me,
that
and my lawyer.
magnetism. And there were rumors about him, but I don't know. I saw the Bob Crane movie, so I know.
Oh, well, Bob Crane, we know what he was doing. Yeah, sure. Hey, there's Zsa Zsa. There's Murray. Yeah.
George Burns.
George Burns.
Look at that lip.
Joan, I love you. As a matter of fact, just looking at you lights up my cigar. Oh, incidentally, I took a look at that spread that you did in Playboy. I got very, very excited. The first page got my heart started. The next 8 pages got me started. Good job.
Phyllis
good
Diller.
job. I love looking at those pictures. You know, looking at those pictures in Playboy is, for me, a lot like looking at pictures in National Geographic magazine. Places I'm never going to visit. Good job. But, Joan, you know, I don't think you and I could ever become an item. I don't think that we could ever become a twosome because there's an
Twosome?
age problem.
Huh?
Joan?
No.
I wish you were younger.
Stanley.
That was classic. Uncle Stanley. I don't think he has that problem, but
No, I don't know.
he's ageless. So, but speaking of music here.
Okay, so that brings us back to reality. Going to go over what happened last week. I hope we have some alternative besides giving Dorothy the job. Unfortunately,
Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone. He's gaining on you, so you better look alive. He's busy revving up the powerful Mach 5. And when the odds are against him and there's dangerous work to do, bet your life's Speed Racer. See it through.
Dance, Abe, dance.
Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go! He's up and flying as he guns a car around the track. He's jamming down the pedal like he's never coming back. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go!
Right. Take it away, Abe Miranda.
Time for another ChabDog Sports NASCAR racing segment, sponsored by Chabner Law and Escrow Quick. Of course, what a wonderful, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sunday it is for NASCAR racing. Unfortunately, there will be no NASCAR racing today.
Oh, no.
As
The weather.
rain.
Mm-hmm.
Rain has killed today's NASCAR event.
Already?
The rain, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually been a very rainy last 3 races. If you remember, we had the Chicago street race, and that was raining and slippery, and they even shortened the race again last week in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was gonna be a
again, the
gong show if the
rain
track was
started
dry
coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those
And
were,
had to
those were
shorten the
bullshit
race.
results, Those wins don't count.
Yeah,
Sorry,
take
Dorothy.
the points away from Dorothy.
And then
She's not
this,
here.
and then today
They
we
do.
were supposed to have a race, and then that's postponed until tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So that's what a 9 a.m. start time for everybody else tomorrow. It's Cheerios and NASCAR for us West Coast NASCAR fans.
Cheerios and NASCAR.
You know, breakfast with NASCAR is.
Come on, punk! Come on, try me then! Try me, punk!
But let's
No,
talk
it's
a
scotch
little
in
bit
your
about last week. Last week, right? Of course, 14 is going to get a point for picking Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney came in 9th place.
He came in 9th.
What
happened to the fucking tough guy?
He came in 9th. How'd she get a point for that?
Because everybody else did worse than Ryan
Yeah,
Blaney.
nobody did better.
Oh.
I was like 20th or something, right? What did Kevin Harvick finish?
Well, here was the thing. Kevin Harvick, he finished in 30th place.
Oh. Big dud. Thanks, Kevin. Thank
And
you
then
very
we
little.
had Well Read with Chase Briscoe.
Ooh, yeah.
And Chase Briscoe came in at, where did Chase Briscoe come in?
Let me guess, 28th.
22nd place.
Oh, hey.
And the agony of defeat.
Still lost.
So you were a little better than me.
Then
What
we
about
had
you?
Joey Logano. I know Mr. Met and myself picked Joey Logano. And Joey Logano came in 17th place.
Ooh.
Bend over, here it comes again.
So he sucked a little less than we did.
Yeah.
And then we
Congratulations.
had Blix, who picked Arik Almirola, who came in 18th place.
Ooh.
So Dorothy, once again, nabs the ChabDog Sports Racing segment.
Yeah.
And the rest of us get nada.
Well,
Good day, sir.
I think
Good day.
I think Dorothy with the chalk is less dangerous to us than the regular Dorothy. Than Dorothy with the
That's what we're hoping
person?
for. Last
You're about as
week,
relevant as a fart in the wind.
We talked about the rain, right? We're talking about rain, Chicago, Atlanta here. They did shorten the race up. It was supposed to be a much longer race. Where was it? It was supposed to be 260 lap race, and everything got red flagged. What about 185? laps, and then everybody just went to the pits. It was pretty much done. It was raining too hard. They called the race, and we had William Byron, Daniel Suarez, and AJ Allmendinger on the podium last week. So none of us picked them.
That's so
but
dirty.
William Byron did want to mention that he did have an early spin out, had a little damage on his number 24 Chevrolet.
Hello.
And it could have been game over for him, but he actually ended up coming back and winning the race. So that is why I always say that, things can happen. You don't have to be at the front of the pack to win the race. You can spin out and still come back and win it if you've got a fast car.
He was Lord William Byron of discipline.
William Byron. So that was basically a quick summary of last week. This weekend, again, New Hampshire rain is delaying that race until Monday, where we eat breakfast with NASCAR.
Okay,
this
so they're going to have the race. They're going to have the race. That's the important thing.
301, the Nash here. It's located in Lunden, New Hampshire. I think it's somewhat close to Boston.
Holy dog shit!
It's close-ish to Boston. Is what they say.
Everything in New Hampshire is somewhat close to Boston. So
really,
it's all right.
Get
then,
on
right?
with it. It's not that.
It's all close to Boston. Okay.
So basically, Lunden residents would be New England Patriots fans by default. They should be, right? They should be Boston Red Sox fans and New England Patriots fans.
Yeah, they go hand in hand, right, Brando?
Could be, right? Hand in hand. And NASCAR in the Great Granite State, as they call it. New Hampshire's the Granite State.
Yes, the Granite State.
They've been hosting NASCAR races since 1993. This is an oval track. It's about a mile long. It's a little bit bigger than a mile, but it's a mile track. They call it the Magic Mile there. It's their nickname. I don't know why it's called the Magic Mile, but it is called the Magic Mile.
How do you defend against it?
And the track consists of asphalt and, of course, granite, being the Granite State. Now, you may ask yourself, that must be a weird surface to be racing on, but I do want to mention that the granite is really only at the start-finish line, like you would find bricks at the Indianapolis Speedway. You find bricks only in the start-finish line, and then the rest of the track is made of, I believe, either asphalt in that track. So it's the same thing here. The track is primarily made of asphalt, except for a strip of granite that's at the start-finish line, which is a great tribute to the Granite State, as you would say.
So there's a granite
yard.
Bit of no brickyard, is a granite yard there?
Yeah, like the brickyard, but just now it's just a slab of granite there. This is going to be a 3 stages. We have 3 stages for 301 laps. It'll be a total of about 318.5 mile race. Again, the race will be tomorrow morning for us West Coast folks. It'll be nice and lunch for Mr. Met on the East Coast there. It'd be hot dog time, really. It'd be a hot dog time. Let's see. The 301 again was first ran in 1993 with Rusty Wallace winning the inaugural race. Now, let's talk a little bit about qualifying. Did want you to know that qualifying did take place yesterday. So we were able to qualify and get a lineup. This was standard qualifying with the best speed coming from Christopher Bell at 124.781 miles per hour. Gives you an idea of how fast the track is. With a best time of about 30.5 seconds. So it is 30.5 second track to make a round. Our lineup, again, is going to be Christopher Bell. He will be our chalk pick racer for this
Ring my
race.
bell.
Martin Truex Jr. in a Toyota. Arik Almirola in a Ford. Joey
He's always a false
Logano in a
positive,
Ford.
Eric Almirola.
Ryan Blaney in a Ford. Tyler Reddick in a Toyota. William Byron in a Chevrolet. Bubba Wallace in a Toyota. Brad Keselowski in his Ford. And in 10th place will be Kyle Busch in his number 8 Chevrolet. So this is the top 10 drivers who are going to start the New Hampshire race tomorrow.
Wow. Well, Dorothy went first last time. She's not here to defend her title, so to speak. So she gets the chalk, which to me...
We will be getting Christopher Bell. Now, I just want to let you know that she did pick Christopher Bell back in April, and she did win 2 points for coming in second place with Christopher Bell.
Oh, who won that one? Me?
That one. Well, it was between her and Well Red, who both picked Christopher Bell in second place, and then ChabDog, you came in third.
They both tied for first, picking
Martin
second.
Truex Jr.
What? What did you just say?
Martin Truex.
I said you came in third place in that race, so you got a point for picking Martin Truex Jr. in the Martinsville race back in April.
For once, I didn't tell a Truex lie with my pick. That's great.
No, you didn't get a Truex. You got a point.
All right. Well, can I go now because I'm itching to do my prediction?
Go for it.
This really seemed to be a Christopher Bell race to me because I just have this feeling that he does well on short tracks, and I don't know. New England just seems like a Christopher Bell territory. So I'm tempted to go with Christopher Bell, though I'm getting very strong vibes for Kyle Busch. I think it's probably time for him to win another race. So I'm going to go with Kyle Busch against my better judgment. But I know it's looking good for Christopher Bell because got Dorothy picking him. So.
Okay. So
give me Busch.
Ba-dum-bum.
We have Busch.
Kyle Busch it is. Locked and loaded.
Okay.
How about you, Mr. Well Red? Who do you like?
Jeez. Give me Bell.
Gonna go with the chalk today, huh?
Yeah, I convinced you. Yeah. You and Dorothy will get that. That'll be nice.
I know. It's just I can't let
That'll
her
be
get any
sweet.
further. Can't let her get.
Well,
away.
there will be 3 that will get Christopher Bell because Dorothy, Blix, and Well Red have gone with the whole leader.
I could really get hurt here.
Yeah, you gotta be careful here.
Like the whole world's against me. What about you, Abe?
Oof, this is a tough one for me. I'm looking at all these drivers. They're all great. I'm gonna go with, I have Martin Truex Jr. calling out to me. I saw that he did win at some point in Martinsville, but I'm gonna go with Martin Truex Jr. in the second pole position here.
Another Martin Truex lie. No, it won't.
Let's see. Can't hurt here.
No
and
lie.
then we got Mr. York himself.
Yes.
Who do you like in this race today?
This is finally Joey Logano's race. I love it. I think this is the week that Joey Logano does it, so I'm going to stick with him. And yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. The Magic Mile. It's going to be magical for Joey Logano.
Okay.
Very good. Very good.
Right.
Great pick. I like him. He's sitting in the number 4 spot in his Ford Team Penske car. Number 22. He's sitting in a good place for it. Can be done easily from the number 4 spot there. Got 301 laps. Very possible to see him up front. So that's where we're at for this week's racing segment. And Signing off.
All right, back to the show.
The show.
Who's that?
I just came across this clip, and it's like, I mean, okay, she's advertising a Ford, but I think she's advertising something else. Maybe you can help me. Let's go. FordLady.com. Yeah.
That's pretty fully loaded.
that reminds me of
Yeah, it is fully loaded.
that. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of one of my favorite scenes from Weekend at Bernie's. I saw that a couple of nights ago.
Did you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite line is when Andrew McCarthy and Jonathan Silverman get to Bernie's house, and they're
We
like
at RJ
looking around at the disorder, and then this amazing girl walks in in a bikini, and her name is Tawny, and she says, "Hi, I'm Tawny," and then Andrew McCarthy says, "Hi, I'm horny."
Yes. I do remember that scene.
Yeah, that's what came to mind.
Well, after that, I need a cigarette after watching
After that horny interlude.
So here's
J. Reynolds, understand that children can be negatively influenced by cigarette advertising, which is why our company has agreed to no longer use the Joe Camel image in our tobacco campaigns. But does that mean children have to stop loving Joe Camel? Not at all. Kids, Joe Camel is off cigarettes and is back with his very own cartoon show. So please enjoy Joe Camel's new tobacco-free cartoon.
Joe Camel clip.
Let's hurry to the Joe Camel tournament. This time we're going to win. Right, Joe Camel? Joe Camel, Joe Camel. Look over there.
What?
Team Mortar.
You might as well hand over your Joe Camel now.
Joe Camel. And all the rest of your Joe Camel. You have to defeat them first. Go, Joe Camel!
You get upset when I show stuff.
Sunday afternoon blues? Bored again? There's a solution. Joe Camel. Featuring the Joe Camel watch, the Joe Camel video game, the Joe Camel flying disc, and the Joe Camel action figure. Joe Camel, toys you'll crave.
Will the Trump campaign figure out what to do with this?
You used to be able to save points. You buy like cigarette packs to save. You get points towards all these.
Is that your best shot? Try this on for size. Go, Jane Camel! Jane Camel! Oh! Mysteriato, I choose you!
Go, Asagor!
Like this is you. Please tell me you wear clothes while you watch this.
Slow attack!
Asagor! Now available Jane Camel Lunchbox. Own the Mysteriato t-shirt. Play on the Asagor Hippity Hop with candy container. Joe Camel, toys you'll crave.
Caitlin! Go, Satisfizor!
Joe Camel is consuming Satisfizor's power!
Now he's got the power!
Feeling edgy? Grab some Joe Camel. Now available Caitlin Pencil Sharpener. The Miso Sneezy Joe Camel. Tickle him and he sneezes. The Pleasant Satisfizer Bubble Blower. And remember, when you catch all 20 Joe Camel figures, you'll receive this free carrying case. The Surgeon General warns Joe Camel might be too much fun. And now, kids, you can enjoy Joe Camel and all his friends without cigarettes. Smooth, silky cigarettes. Available in stores.
Ooh, it's over.
We got to the end. Wow.
Wow.
Interesting.
Jesus.
I think Abe liked that.
If I smoked, I'd probably smoke a Camel.
He would be a Marlboro Man. They took down a Marlboro Man commercial, by the way.
Camels weren't known as good ones.
Yeah, they were very popular, extremely popular. Abe, did you ever smoke cigarettes in the service or anything?
Nothing seemed wrong with a Camel, I think.
Yeah, it's a requirement to smoke cigarettes and stuff some tobacco dip in your mouth. It's just,
what was your brand?
It goes hand in hand, especially.
Yeah.
Were you Camel or a Marlboro man?
What kind of guy were you?
You know what? Honestly, I was more of a Camel guy, especially when we had
I nailed
the
him.
menthol cigarettes. Those were really nice. Now in California, menthol cigarettes are actually banned here. You can't even get menthol cigarettes. But back in the day, when it was legal, it was menthol for me.
Well, it's still legal. It's just more expensive, and you can't do it.
No,
yeah,
you
you
can't
can't do
buy
it
them.
very many places.
No.
You can't buy them. You cannot buy menthol cigarettes here. You go to
menthol.
7-Eleven,
menthol.
go to
Yeah,
the
menthol,
tobacco
you can't
stores.
So-
Everything is non-menthol.
Abe, did you just say you smoked menthol? Did you smoke
Yes.
menthol? And do you
Yes.
like menthol better?
You did, yes.
Why? Is it more kind of uplifting?
No, it's kind of like I would say when you smoke regular cigarettes, it's more of a thicker, darker taste. Whereas when you smoke a menthol cigarette, it's almost got like a minty, more of a minty, fresher taste.
A freshness.
It's minty and refreshing.
There's a freshness about it.
Yes.
Yes, there's
Exactly.
like it's like eating a mint cookie. You know,
Yeah.
you get a little.
See, that would hook
it's
people more
different
than
from
just a
eating-
regular cigarette, I think, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Studies have shown.
Yeah, but Camels were always. I mean, my recollection, because I don't remember smoking them, but I'm just kind of thinking that they were more kind of satisfying and just a real
there's no filter. Yeah, if you can
intense smoke.
Choke it down with no filter. I guess it was more satisfying. Yeah, if you didn't choke to death.
What do you
know,
think?
One of the things about Camel cigarettes is that they actually have a tobacco blend. They're blended with the domestic Virginian tobacco, and then they're blended with the more of the Turkish. Middle Eastern tobacco.
Sounds
so
really
one's kind of
interesting.
like big leaves,
Yeah.
one's like smaller leaves.
Mhm.
And it's this blend that gives it that Camel.
I mean, it's a hard decision,
flavor.
like a day in a Turkish prison versus having all of the Camels I could smoke. You know, maybe
Yeah.
that would be an even trade, right? Midnight
for
Express
sure.
versus Camels, unlimited Camels.
Aaron, I can't believe you ever smoked a cigarette in your life.
Yeah.
Please
You look
tell
way
me.
too healthy for that,
Please tell
right?
me I'm right.
I wouldn't know the first thing about a cigarette. I was
Thank
listening
you.
to Abe talk about
Thank
menthol. I didn't know there was a menthol was, what the difference between cigarettes was. So.
You just learned. Oh,
Dude,
no.
you didn't.
Yeah,
you-
that video
You
ruined
don't
my
need to
childhood,
dip
though.
into
I
that
grew up
one.
on Pokemon, and
Oh, yeah.
this video that was just blasphemous, just ruining my
Yes.
childhood, just completely steamrolling over everything.
Yeah.
So
Joe Camel man.
I might
You
need
love the
to go
sheltered
back and
life.
watch some cartoons after this just to get that taste out of my mouth. But yeah,
Very
that was something. But the way the laws are against cigarettes these days, it's good because it just saves me a lot of money.
Remember the
And,
days when we
like
had
Abe said,
songs
soon everything's
like-
everything's gonna be illegal.
Can you play that song
Everything will be
"Smoking in the
illegal.
Boys' Room" from Alice Cooper? Smoking in
it's
the
actually
boys'
Brownsville
room.
Station.
Oh,
One-hit wonder for them, but I'd rather play
they didn't do that. Oh, I thought
some film noir.
smoking in the bathroom was great.
Smoking in the boys' room.
Boys' room, yeah.
This is a film noir.
I remember a little bit of that
Section.
in high school.
No, it was not. Brownsville Station. I'll dig up first. Check this out.
Crime Wave.
Crime Wave.
Hiya.
Oh, this is great.
So what year is this from?
Oh, this is like 1954.
Uh-huh.
This is just
Yeah, so it's
classic
not that old.
film noir.
It's near the end of the black and white.
You could
series,
see
and
the.
this is a modern filling station for the time.
This seemed to me like had a Stanley Kubrick type of feel to it.
I'm really getting
You know?
catching that vibe here too. So there's
But
a
I don't think he
payphone.
directed it. I don't think
No.
he did.
Hear that
Is it
record?
Dab Taylor? It's Dab something.
Well,
is
let's
that
look
guy.
into this. So this is where we're getting a clip. And this is on our. If you go to our playlist
Dub
here for the
Taylor.
show.
Dub Taylor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, Dub Taylor.
Oh, film noir. This is just right in that the wheelhouse of that genre.
Yeah, Dub Taylor. Yeah, we'll see Charles Bronson in a moment here. Okay.
I rode in and asked for it.
Fill her up.
That's
Remember
good.
him from Bonnie and Clyde?
They're playing especially for me. You know, not
Yeah, this is maybe 10
that
years
much
later.
program.
No, before.
Bonnie and Clyde?
Bonnie and Clyde was 67.
Yeah, this is
54.
Yeah, this is 10 years earlier.
Okay, that's
longer,
what I.
guess.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That sure is a swell platter, ain't it? That's
That'll
Doris
be
Day
later.
singing. Paradise.
Doris Day.
Yeah. Yeah, she's singing. I don't think I like the way this guy's singing.
I liked her voice.
I like his voice.
Yes.
Do you think he's slow? Or just a normal guy?
Who?
The filling pump guy?
No, he's a normal guy. He's just chatty.
Really?
He's just southern and chatty.
Really? Yeah, exactly. Just sick of his accent.
And him.
Whacked him too. It's like.
And then it gets really crazy. That guy was in the Kubrick movie. He was in The Killing.
Okay.
He was the
Morgan,
police
you're
officer.
selling gas,
Remember
right?
the police officer who was helping set that thing up?
Police officer in The Killing?
Yeah.
I don't remember The Killing, so.
It was where they robbed the racetrack, the Sterling
Oh,
Hayden.
okay, yes. I do remember that.
And they had a police officer that was part of the job.
Mm-hmm.
Keys.
These hicks stash their dough all over the place in case of a holdup. They don't trust anybody.
While they're robbing the place, they're playing this song.
So there's a very young Charles Bronson there,
Yes.
though not as young as we had him last week. So trying to access the safe
Starting
there.
to get the tough guy persona. The guy in the tweed jacket standing up in the car outside for him.
Well, just trying to act normal.
Keeping watch. And then the cop goes by.
On a motorcycle. That's his
Coming
normal
up.
car. Okay, now you got the key for the cash box.
Here it comes. 76, that's called 66, right? Or 76.
76, yeah, it's Spirit of 76, Union
A
Pacific.
it's the 76 station.
Yeah, it's called Unical.
Yeah,
of course. You ever heard of it?
No, it's just, there's a Phillips 66, so they
Well,
kinda-
there's a 66, this is 76.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I kind of, they kind of morph in my mind a little bit.
Ah, I see. More brand recognition.
You know how my mind works.
Uh-huh. So they're really trying good to
That guy
cover,
looked
but-
like an oversized
Hey, where's
Henry
Snyder?
Gibson.
Yeah.
Went home sick.
Oh, God. Really? Henry Gibson, of all people.
Remember Henry
Well, I
Gibson?
know Henry Gibson from Blues Brothers,
Blues
among
Brothers.
other things.
And Laughing.
I'm taking his place.
Who are you?
Friend of Snyder's.
Beautiful black and white movie.
I never saw you
The shadows. So you look in the background there. It's just light enough you can see to make out.
You know, the way
images,
they had
but-
the light on the
Oh,
car there.
Yeah. But it's very bright, intense, but yeah, it's not overly intense.
It makes you feel like you're really there.
before. That's funny.
Everything was black and white.
Been around.
Monochrome. The color's
Well,
probably,
it
car's
was
probably
old.
yellow.
It's an old movie. It should be in black and white.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
This is where he sees the guns.
This is pre-Miranda rights here. So, like, cops can just go in and search whatever they want.
Reasonable suspicion.
No
to do
reasonable
that.
cause to open
Yeah.
up that. Well, he looks suspicious. Yeah.
The government just takes sometimes. And
that is very suspicious,
we
though.
had the Fourth
Do you
Amendment.
have any identification?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then it's like he gets back that shot after being shot. It took
No,
two.
he gets two shots to take him down.
Is he hurt bad?
Bad enough.
Go drive the car.
You drive the car, Morgan.
How am I going to drive with a slug in me?
You'll drive.
Yep.
Can you imagine driving
Figured
a car
out.
after being shot?
Well,
like that?
not in the gut. Gut shot's very painful.
You got shot in the arm?
No, he got shot in the gut.
No, that's bad.
The cop, finish him off. No.
He's dead. Not completely. He's living. That's it for that.
That took care of that. There we go. Back to us. All right.
Yeah, so we're coming up towards the end here. We got more clips.
Yeah, we are coming off the All-Star week. So what else is there to talk about?
Pretty much dealt with everything. I think. I just want to say that the headline tomorrow is going to read, "No escape for a disappointing performance from Alcaraz" or something. No escape from Alcaraz for Novak.
For Novak.
Yeah,
that's going to be the headline. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's have some fun with Michael Scott.
We got a little office here.
This stuff's really good.
All right, done deal. Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
This is 15 years ago. So now we're replacing what?
I think
2007.
The heyday for this show was like
2015,
05 to 12.
Okay.
I think.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Was it on for 7 years? It was on for a while.
What channel was it on?
I don't know.
Was it on Cable Network or over-the-air channel?
That was a woman I was talking to. So,
I don't
she had a
think
very
it
low
was
voice.
Fox
You
or
think she's
ABC
cute
or-
now? You should have seen her a couple of years ago.
What?
I pledge
Yeah, it was
to
Fox,
always
wasn't it?
keep
Okay,
an
well,
open
Fox,
mind
gets credit for this
and
and
an
did well from this.
open heart.
It's a little too politically
Let me ask you,
incorrect
is
to
there
be
a term
anything
besides
but Fox, I think.
Mexican
Yeah, it must
that you prefer? Something less offensive?
Mexican isn't offensive.
Well, it has certain connotations.
Ellie, how are you?
I just had the longest meeting.
Oh,
It's Mindy.
oh welcome to my convenience store.
Meredith, happy birthday. You're the best. Love, Pam.
Oh.
Thanks, Downer.
This is from Michael. Meredith, let's hope the only downsizing that happens to you is that someone downsizes your age.
Is that her birthday?
Because of the downsizing, rumors,
Rumors.
and because you're getting old,
Yeah.
like that dwarf from Lord of the Rings.
Gimli.
Bullocks?
Nerd. That is why you're
Gimli.
not on the team.
Just trying to be helpful.
I'll help. Elven Dragon Slayer.
Oh, reminds me.
We're a little.
Yeah, keep talking. We have to show what?
The picture of from The Hangover with the guy with the baby Bjorn, the reverse baby Bjorn.
Oh, I already turned that
I
off.
bet you would. Just try not to be
can't
too
get to that
gay
again?
on the court.
Dig it up. Sure, okay.
And by gay,
my
I mean,
desire to see if one with Frank and
you know, not in the homosexual way at all. I mean the, you know, like the bad at sports way.
Maybe Angela would cheerlead.
Oh yeah, right.
I'll do it.
Oh yuck, that's worse than you playing.
Oh.
Look at you. You are, you're like the new and improved Pam. Pam 6.0. Oh, look. Oh, hey, no cat
She
fights,
didn't
you two.
like that.
I'm against violence in the workplace.
So am I.
A lot of the people here don't get trophies very often, like Meredith or Kevin. I mean, who's going to give Kevin an award?
Kevin.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Poor guy.
It's Fat Halpert. And the Tight Ass Award goes to Angela. Not only because she is everybody's favorite stickler, but because she has a great caboose.
Oh my God.
So come on down.
That was so disallowed. That was never
She was such
Is
a
it
ball
over?
fighter.
Yeah, he's there, and there's a whole
Stanley, how about
motivation for the blow-up
that
dolls.
hot picture you have by your desk? Centerfold in the Catholic schoolgirl's outfit. I mean, it
That's
is
his
hot,
daughter.
it is sexy, and it turns him on. And I will admit, best part of my morning is staring at it. But what, are we going to just
It's
take
his
it away?
daughter.
That is my daughter. She goes to Catholic girls' school.
What if Pam was a lesbian?
Can you imagine?
It's a violation on so many
Yeah.
levels, you know.
You got that hot picture hanging there. Oh, it's so hot. It's my daughter.
What if she brought her partner in to work? Would
This
that be
show
crossing
really
the
went
line?
close to the line.
What if they made out in front of everybody?
Oh, what if?
Oh, most honorable Pamela. Not offensive, because that's the way they talk in movies. Hello, Mr. Egghead.
He an impression, this guy.
Oh, well, you know what? Nobody cares about your stupid beet farm. Beets are the worst.
People love beets.
Nobody likes beets.
Everyone loves
Nobody likes beets.
Nasty.
Interesting take on Dorothy.
Hey.
I love it. Hey, you know what would even be better? Soccer ball and
Mindy
cleats.
and Dorothy.
Why is that?
It's Mindy. She's famous.
Kelly.
Bend it like
No,
that.
no, it's Mindy.
No, it's Kelly.
She did the
Watch
Mindy
the
Project.
show.
Come.
No, I
like
beat her
the
real
movie about the
name.
Indian girl who plays soccer.
Yeah.
Character was Kelly.
That would
Okay.
be perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could do that. I don't really play
funny.
soccer or anything.
Well, I don't really have two heads.
It's
not personal. I'm gonna kill myself! Wow. I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
That's no reaction.
All right.
Just a little.
I am going to be in my office if anybody needs me. Hoo! Ha! Oh! Wow! Sleeper hold. Bedtime for Bonzo. Oh, shh. Oh, you are the weakest link. Oh, hello. Oh, God. Busy work. Oh, get away, cretin.
You need to have them signed by then, or much earlier.
Chillax, Pam. Stop Pam MSing. Hit it. You'll see.
I can't. Just got me.
I think I've witnessed most of this
queer.
when I began my career in the 1980s
Queer Eye.
in the workplace.
That's a good show.
So
Important
sure.
show. Jan Levinson Gould. Jan is cold. If she was sitting across from you on a train and she wasn't moving, you might think she was dead.
Horrible piece of junk.
I love Chrysler.
Sebrings?
Anything they put that symbol on, I love.
Yeah, but that was the worst car they put a symbol on.
What was so bad about it?
You ready for me?
It had a
Yes.
they had a convertible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know,
Have a
it's junk.
seat.
It was just, it
You
was
know
low
what?
grade
Actually,
technology.
let's go into the conference room. No, you know what? Let's stay here.
He's sucking this guy out.
Let's go.
This guy fights back.
Yeah, let's go. Tactic number 6. Change the location of the meeting at the last second. Totally throws them off.
That is a power play.
Oh. Yeah, that reminds me of. Let's go into Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man. Then.
You know, my old man used to tell me before he left this shitty world.
Strohs.
5 rules in shooting a game of pool for cash. Lesson number 1. Always shoot with a cigarette hanging in your mouth.
Can't smoke with no fire, asshole.
I quit. Lesson 2. Always know the table before you shoot.
Yeah, he's like asshole lessons. Well, that's
Lesson number 3. Make sure you chalk that stick real good before each shot.
Pay attention to your stick.
Look, he's coming in behind him.
He's good.
Lesson 4. Never make a bet if you can't pay the debt.
I wonder what he's smoking.
I'm a Marlboro. It's
Yeah.
the Marlboro Man just walked in. This is from the movie Harley Davidson and the
Lesson
Marlboro
number
Man.
5.
Oh, so I'm just doing Marlboro.
If you lose,
He said he quit smoking. It's not lit.
Will he do it behind his back
stand up
here?
straight and tall.
No, it's even better.
Well, how can
He
it
calls the pocket.
Walk
I
like
think
a
it's going to be. Watch.
calls it in a different way?
Yeah, what?
And he calls the.
He still called it the pocket. But he
Yeah.
could have shot it right in there, but he
Just
wanted
to make the guy upset.
Yeah, he did like a.
Oh, that was perfect. That was really perfect.
Sorry, Chief. And of course, now they're going to fight. Look at the stripper on the bike in the back there.
School's out, boys.
They're not going to show the fight either. So. Oh.
Oh, you know what? You didn't play with no light. You didn't play the LBJ.
Johnson,
Can we just play the LBJ
Absolutely.
clip where he
Yeah.
talks about what kind of clothes he likes in his bunghole?
Yes, which is bunghole.
We were meeting in the Oval
I like
Office.
Yeah, here's something else. Let's ask around. Does anybody know who President Johnson is?
Yeah. You do know who President Johnson is, you cherubs.
your father
Yeah.
Abe?
Abe, you
Aaron?
know who President Johnson is, don't you?
I want you to tell me one thing about
Matter of fact, small story. When my wife and I went to Austin, Texas, we actually went to his presidential library, which happens to be there at the University of Texas.
Okay. You paid your dues.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
been
had
there.
the best
Great.
slogan of all time, all the way with LBJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I loved it.
Yeah.
And Aaron, had you ever? Did you read anything? Know anything about Lyndon Baines Johnson? Yes, no, maybe so.
Aaron?
Lyndon Baines Johnson. Oh, he's sorry. He's on. Okay, he's on another call.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You answer back whenever you want.
Yeah, I have heard of LBJ.
Okay.
I've been to the library too.
Oh, wow, my goodness. All Brandon and I.
Yeah, all the way. I actually saw the play with Bryan Cranston playing him.
Oh, that must have been excellent.
It was very good.
Yes.
It was in New York years ago, but
Yes.
really good.
You saw it. Yeah, I was in New York. I missed it, but I was there once when it was playing. I always wanted to see that with Bryan Cranston.
I would have liked to have seen LBJ
cool.
and Gerald Ford in the same
Yeah, he was
room.
outstanding as usual.
Oh, they must have killed it. Yes.
What a contrast, LBJ and Gerald Ford.
And Gerald Ford.
Yeah, Gerald Ford. Like the one guy was really kind of complex and energetic and in his own way. And
yeah, and Ford was cast as bumbling.
Ford was cast as a kind of a bumbler, slow-moving, lethargic type of character.
Don't know if that was true, but
but
any of that.
This was interesting.
The one that makes clothes? Yes, sir. We're all together. You all made me some real lightweight slacks that he just made up on his own, sent to me 3 or 4 months ago. It's a kind of a light brown and a light green, rather soft green and soft brown.
That's good.
And they're real lightweight. Now, I need about 6 pairs for summer wear.
6 pairs?
I want a couple, maybe 3 of the light
Wear
brown,
one at a time.
kind of a almost powdered color, like powder on a lady's face. Then there was some green, and then maybe some other light pair. If you had a blue in that, or
green,
or black, I'd have 1 blue and 1 black. I need about 6 pairs to wear around in the evening when I come in from work.
Outdoorsy pants.
And I need
around the house.
about a half an inch,
walking around
too
on the
tight in the
phone,
waist.
talking to people.
Do you recall the exact size? I just wanted to be sure we get them right.
Exact size.
No, I don't know. You all just guessed at them. I think so, but wouldn't you have the measurements there?
I think I'm about a 17.
I can send you a pair. I want them a half an inch larger in the waist than they were before, except I want 2 or 3 inches of stuff left back in there so I can take them up. I vary 10 to 15 pounds a month.
And I don't want to have my money and my knife fall out of my
vary down
pocket.
to 15 pounds a month.
I don't want that falling out of my pocket.
At least
when I sit
2.5,
down.
3 inches in the back where I can let them out or take them up, and make these a half inch bigger in the waist. Make the pockets at least an inch longer. My money and my knife and everything fall out. Wait just a minute.
My knife. As the president. What kind of knife do you carry, Mr. President? Okay.
Hello. Now, the pockets, when you sit down in a chair, the knife and your money comes out. So I need it at least another inch in the pockets.
Of course.
Yeah.
A man of my girth.
Now, another thing, the crotch down where your nuts hang is always a little too tight.
Wait, your what?
Your girth?
He said nuts.
So when you make them up, give me an inch
You
that I
need
can let out
more
there.
room in the nuts.
Because they cut me. They're just like riding a wire fence. These are the best that I've had anywhere in the United States. But when I gain a little weight, they cut me under there. So leave me, you never do have much margin there. Let's see if you can't leave me about an inch from where the zipper ends.
There's a belch there.
Under my, back to my bunghole.
Back of his what?
My bunghole. Is he
So I can let it out there.
It was Mr. President referring to the bunghole.
And then he goes on to
Bunghole.
talk about his shirts.
If I need to.
That's a Beavis and Butthead.
Now, be sure you got the best zippers in them. These are good that I have.
Want to
And
zippers.
if you get those to me, I would sure be grateful. Where would you like to send, please? White House.
He said it was.
I don't guess there's any chance of getting a very lightweight shirt, sport shirt, to go with that slack, is there? That same color?
Gotta have a shirt.
We can have made up for you. If you might look. That's about it. I guess I could get a jacket made out of that if I wanted to, couldn't I?
He was a size 17, by the way.
Give us an inch to the pockets and about an inch underneath so we can let them out. In other words, you like just a little more stride in the crotch. Yeah, that's right. I want you to build these at least a half inch more and then leave me some in there. Yes, sir. Okay, here he is.
All right.
That was the other one you wanted?
Well, we had the Sterling Hayden clip we could end with.
Oh, yeah. Sterling Hayden takes 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. Play this in the background as we fade away.
Well, no. Oh, yeah, we can do that too. All right.
You can just play it in the background.
But let's go around table first.
Okay.
So,
goodbye. Well, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this memorable show. Sorry, Dorothy, you couldn't.
Sorry, Dorothy, you're under the weather.
Let's hope you're better and ready for action next week.
Carol Burnett said, I'm so happy for this time together.
Yeah. Another special show with,
have a laugh.
Well, our new, he's becoming a regular, Aaron York from
dancing
Barstool.
Boxes
and
Barstool.
Thanks, isn't it Barstool no, it's Mad Dog Radio, right? Sorry.
Mad Dog Sports?
I'm mixing things up a little here.
Yeah, Mad Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Mad Dog, right.
Yep.
So, thanks a lot. You always feel free to let us know what's happening with Mad Dog Radio. And
anytime.
Anything you want to comment on right now real quick before we fade away?
Like, let's go right now.
What's going on with Mad Dog right now?
Yeah, anything special this week coming up?
Not that I know of, but what do we got the MLB trade deadline coming up, so Chris Russo, the Mad Dog himself, is going to be going off on that, especially if Ohtani gets moved. That's going to be a huge story. That's going to be one of the biggest baseball stories of the year. So I think that'll be exciting. I know the NFL training camps are coming up, so that's going to give us some
July 31st
some quotes and headlines to talk about. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
You know why? Think about
it's we're getting out of the sleepy period of sports, as some people say. Though there really is no sleepy period when you consider the golf and the tennis that goes on. Yeah, but we're getting out of that period. We're getting to football, so it's a great time. It's a great time to be a Mad Dog Sports listener.
Exactly, and he's part of our demographic, so he'll make anything interesting to listen to him.
Check that out at Mad Dog Sports, and I always love this time of the year because this is right around when the Cane Mutiny happened on July 31st. Remember that?
The Cane Mutiny?
The Cane Mutiny.
Which one? Like the literal Cane Mutiny?
In the movie.
Oh, dude.
In the movie, the mutiny.
You're such a fucking nerd. I mean, only you would know that.
The mutiny occurred on, check it out, July 31st.
Yes.
So, we're about to hit that. I guess I got to watch that movie.
Well,
again,
we got a little time. We'll have a couple shows before the 31st, at least one more anyway.
And meanwhile,
two more.
Thank you for indulging my interest in this the film noir, the movies genre.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Film noir genre.
I'm watching that scene there with Charles Bronson in all the dark there in the gas station stick up.
This is a few years after he was Captain McCluskey.
You were saying?
He has an interview here with
later Sterling Hayden.
Fabulous actor Sterling Hayden.
Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me!
I recommend this. We end with this. I'll watch this. We can talk a little about it, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
ChabDog Sports Talk.
Let her rip, huh?
Your voice is kind of like his. You can do that.
This is no nonsense.
His voice kind of carried,
Not quite as alcoholic as he is. Kind of over it.
You don't want a beard like that?
You're growing.
One day I was really down, really desperate. Blue, baby, blue. Yeah.
Way too itchy. We got the hair though.
Looks like he's from the Confederacy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? How do I know where I want to be?
How do I know?
It's that carpetbagger.
He was really good in that movie.
Blue,
about
baby, blue.
Shooting the president.
Blue, baby, blue, blue, baby, blue.
Saw him in a great movie with Joan.
You know, the people who conceived the concept said, this is not for everybody, you know?
Kubrick's The Killing.
Yeah, Kubrick had him on.
Well, you go so slowly.
Was he in 3?
At least 2.
Well, you go so slowly.
He was in Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah, Strangelove, The Killing.
Yeah.
One more.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
He only did 12 movies his entire career.
If I could sing, oh my Lord, if I could hum, if I were like Mel Torme, he could play this. Oh my God, it's the opposite of what we think of as music.
Really?
Yeah.
So he lived a good life.
He lived on the water. He lived on the water. He worked as a merchant marine.
You get in a bloody and I said I'd like to have a caboose.
There it is, caboose. And you know what song this is?
I'm a professional irregular.
Yeah, it's a famous jazz.
This is an important song, so you should know this.
Charlie Mingus?
It's not.
To me, the greatest delight in life is just to
it's
say hello
not
to
Chuck
people going
Mangione,
by.
it's somebody that gets mixed up for him.
The song. The song is pretty good.
No, the whole the music. It sounds to me.
Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me!
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Dave Brubeck. Take 5.
Yeah, take 5.
This is no nonsense. You were saying?
Horns.
Yeah. Yeah.
The acid version.
Yeah.
How far through the song? Oh, we got a little left.
2 more minutes.
It does.
Time. Is there even time for the horn to come?
I'll say, well, who the hell are you? You tell me who is. I said, I met a guy yesterday. We were talking about you. And meanwhile, how the hell are you? Yeah, well, I'm here now. I came out feeling like a young ocelot with his first erection.
Ocelot with his first erection. What a metaphor.
I've got a thing with booze. I'm a boozer. I'm a boozer.
Boozer.
You know, I mean, just take one little toke. And let her rip, huh?
There it is.
Yeah.
You got your horn.
I wasn't making that up.
Yeah.
It was really great.
Yeah.
I'm glad we hung on to this one.
Yeah. You were saying?
Paramount has the movie too.
I ain't really professional. Well, you know what? How do I know where I want to be? Well, you go so slowly. You go so slowly. Well, you go so slowly. You go so slowly.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you go so slowly. You go so slowly. Bad time.
Yeah, check the playlist to this show. You'll see the links to all the videos we played today.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
That was a really perfect show. I thought. I mean, it got a lot in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oof! This is a tough one for me. 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 This is a tough one for me.